Well, this is spicy, isn't it? Just before Man City play Brentford, your man Fabrizio Romano goes and drops a massive bit of transfer news. What is going on there? Absolutely wild stuff, Fabrizio. Looks like City are about to sign, well, at least in the summer anyway, Savio, the Brazilian winger. Fabrizio tweeted, Man City agreed deal to sign Savio from parent club Girona in the summer. Documents to be signed in the next days. Despite bits from German English clubs, Savio will join Man City. He's now 100% focused on Girona to end the season in the best way. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff and absolutely not expected at all. I think everyone's lying if they expected this. I will be doing a watch along tonight, by the way, but I thought I'd just chat for 15 minutes about this because this is a really exciting bit of news. It's already shows that Manchester City's intent to push on and push on and push on and push on and keep moving forward with the plans for the summer and the plans to make this squad even younger and more versatile. And this is as good as probably done. I mean, these rumours have been going around for a while now. It's absolutely surprised to no one that Savio is going to end up at Manchester City Football Club. It just feels too obvious. Absolutely feels too obvious, doesn't it? It really does. But this is it's happening. It's absolutely happening. So if you don't know much about Savio, I'll tell you a little about Savio right now. So I'll immediately bring up the stats for you. The actual overriding kind of who is Savio? Here we go. Who is Savio and who scored here? He is only 19 years old, which of course is very, very impressive. It's really impressive, He is just a baby still in terms of the footballing world. And he's already achieved so much. In terms of his standing in the game. If you look at his history, he's been at multiple clubs already. Obviously, he was at Troyes. He signed for Troyes from Atletico Mineiro. But Troyes in 2022 for $6 million. Went to PSV on loan. Then he went to Girona on loan from there. Which of course that means he's been around Europe a little bit. He did well at he played a little bit at PSV from what I can tell. Not loads, but he played a little bit there. And he's sort of kind of really kicked on this season at Girona. Absolutely he's been immense this season. He's been fantastic this season at Girona. He seems like a really talented player. He's only 19 years old. He's a Brazilian winger. This article was from the 14th of December. So it says, as of 14th of December, he'd had nine goal contributions in 18 matches. I mean, if you look at what Girona are doing as well in the league right now, it's really, really impressive. They are currently, they're currently second behind Real Madrid. To be up there in the first place is ridiculous. They've been top for an awful long time. But now, of course, only second. But still, this is really, really, really impressive stuff to be there. And the thing that makes it so attractive, this potential signing, is that this man is there on merit. And this man is obviously already proven that he can handle high-level football. This guy is playing for a team currently second in La Liga. So it's one of the biggest leagues in the world. And he's absolutely doing it already. He's clearly got the balls, the confidence, the ego, whatever he needs. He's got it all to actually make this step up, in my opinion. It's obvious that pressure does not faze him. And I think we've been waiting for an awful long time now for the City Football Group to produce someone who's truly special, to bring through one of these little signings and actually make the step into the first team of Manchester City. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the City Football Group in general. I'm not really a fan of multi-club ownership. That's just a personal opinion. But I can't deny that there's a massive benefit for Manchester City potentially if it works. And this, to me, is the greatest example yet of it potentially coming into fruition, of it being perfect and getting this young player for very little in a very risk-free way. I mean, obviously, I don't know what the price would be. I suspect City will have to pay Troyes, and they have to you have to give him money to balance the books. I don't think City will do something stupid like 15 million. I think they'll go for at least 30 million or something like that. We don't really know what it would be, but I do suspect they'll give a decent amount of money, And Fabrizio thinks it's done, which is obviously big news. It's really big news. Like, this is a cracking signing. I'm sorry if this is a little bit laggy, by the way. I think I really need to restart my internet. I will do that before I go live for the watch along. But this is interesting. Now, if you want to know how he plays and so on, Savio is... He's really versatile. He's often playing on the left a little bit. He's often playing on the right as well. He's just got a lot going for him. He's a very aggressive player. He's a very technical dribbler, I'd say. He's got a good turn of pace. He's not lightning quick, but he's got a good turn of pace. He can go past defenders pretty easily. You know, he's a really smooth dribbler. He's a one-on-one specialist, basically. Very good at little flicks and turns and getting forward people. He can finish with either foot pretty well. He's basically a very aggressive, very confident attacker and very versatile. There was some reports the other day saying that City want to sign a bunch of players that can sign in play in 2 or 3 positions. And this sort of fits that rule. Savio is versatile, like Doku, you know, like so many players Manchester City got, like Oscar Bob. You can see how this could work, you know. Do you think this means Grealish could leave? Probably not. I don't really think so. But at the same time, I do think City will probably be looking to finally move, you know, other people central. You got to bear in mind there's a possibility that Bernardo Silva could leave. That's a real possibility. And that's one less winger. Foden's moving central. And all of a sudden you think if Bernardo goes and Foden moves central, KDB getting older, then all of a sudden you've got the wingers as Doku, Grealish and Oscar Bob. So it gets very minimal very quickly, you know. And that's what I think City are smart enough to consider. Like Savio coming in, 19 years old. He wouldn't demand first team football, but he would obviously offer so much experience already at top flight football. And I think that's what City probably drawn to really in this instance. You do hope it's more of a Gabriel Jesus young Brazilian signing, you know, in terms of like he'll be around the first team for ages and be a really good contributor to the first team, as opposed to Ferran Torres, where you never really kind of kicked on at City and sort of left eventually. You don't know until they get there, of course. But I think this is exciting. He's a very skillful winger, you know, versatile, left or right. I'm just excited for him. An awful lot of. There's an awful lot of excitement that comes from a signing like this, you know, when you've got someone who's just so confident one-on-one, you know, who I think previously, by the way, he sort of played as a right winger who cut his side on his left and shoot across into the box, but now he sort of plays on the left a little bit as well. He's been on the left at Girona, and it's not really changed his style as such, but he likes to come inside and sort of interchange plays, which is good, which is how Manchester City play. But he did actually start as a right winger at one point. Now he plays on the left as well. And he's very good at sort of cutting in or going outside. I like it. I like the fact that he can drift inside. He's basically a creative winger. Like, I wouldn't say he's a full-on trickster, but he's definitely more technical and more involved and so on. And you look at his stats, you know, I'm reading an article right now from a couple of weeks ago, and he said, you know, he said the 18 games, he's 4 goals and 5 assists, despite only taking 1.1 shots per 90. So basically, he's a good finisher. Like, he's got a high XG, you know. He's got a high level of exceeding his XG, 2.52 XG in 4 goals. So he's a strong finishing ability, and he's got a sort of like you can compare it to like Gareth Bale kind of finish across the keeper to the far corner. Leroy Sané did it quite a few times, you know. I don't think Jan Couto will join, by the way. I don't actually rate Jan Couto personally. There's a controversial opinion for you. I don't rate Couto as much as Savio. I think Savio's got more about it. I think Couto I think he struggles like Jan Couto at Man City. I think the Premier League's too physical for him. I don't think he's a genius on the ball to make up for his lack of physicality. But I might be wrong there. But I think Savio has it all. You know, he's got it all to his game. I think Savio's way more promising. And I think, Jan Couto would be basically another Sergio Gomez barely playing. I just don't see the point. I think he's sort of having a purple patch at Girona. But Savio, I think, is the real deal. I think there's something about his trajectory. Just, look, you know. The Grealish rumor is true. Someone said on Twitter that Grealish was not happy about not starting today and left training early. I don't know if that's true. It could be absolute nonsense. I wouldn't get bogged down in those things. I tend to believe it. I think people elaborate, you know. He might have been disappointed that he's not starting, but doesn't mean he caused the scene. You know what I mean? Like, you always don't presume the worst is what I would say. People have a tendency to do that. With the Grealish stuff, I don't know. I think people are putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5 here. You know, sorry for the quality of this stream. I think it's a little bit laggy. I will, of course, be live again in 10-15 minutes for the watch along. I'm going to leave this video here, just a very quick video about Savio, because I think this is an exciting sign. And I think it shows that Man City are continuing to move forward and evolving how they build this squad. Another young player, and it's very, 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 very exciting. I really think it is. Guys, anyway, this is just a quick video. a very quick video. I will be live in about 10 minutes for the watch along. Of course, City are about to play Brentford, so if you want to join me back for the watch along, please do. But this is interesting. It's very interesting. I like it. I think he's a smart player. I think he's got a lot of technical ability. I don't disagree with you at all. Jake keeps bringing up Peroni. I don't disagree with you on Peroni at all. You said Peroni was ready to come into the first team. That's what I disagree with. And Man City disagree with that. I said I think Peroni's a really good talent, but I don't think he's good enough right now to be in the first team. I think he does need time away. And I saw he's played well against Real Madrid recently. So, I think we just disagree where he's at right now, not his ability potential, Jake. Peroni looks like he's having a really good time, but I agree with Man City that he needs time to get used to the physicality and the pace and all that kind of stuff, because the Premier League is the toughest league in the world. The La Liga for someone like Peroni is much, much better. And even then, he's took a little bit of time to really get going. Anyway, guys, just a quick video. I'll see you live in 10 minutes for the watch long. Come on, you Blues. Savio to Man City. Nice stuff in it. Bye-bye.